What's up, y'all? So let's go ahead and get in the mud. So back in May of 2023, Rick Chow falsely suspected Cyrus, a 14-year-old boy, of shoplifting a bottle of water from his Express Mart Shell gas station in Columbia, South Carolina. There was an argument that ensued inside of the store, and once Cyrus exited the store, you could see Mr. Chow and his son go behind him, and they actually chased him more than 130 yards on foot before pew-pewing him. Now, the Richland County Sheriff's Department investigators concluded and confirmed that Cyrus didn't steal anything from the store. Now, as far as it pertains to the chase, there's so many conflicting stories and theories out there, but one thing that has been confirmed is that Cyrus did have the banger on him, and it fell out while he was running away from Chow and his son. Now, Chow and his son said that during the pursuit that Cyrus actually pointed the banger at them, and my question is, where's the surveillance footage that shows what really happened outside of the place of establishment, or place of business rather, right? There are no other neighboring cameras that caught the footage. That's just extremely odd to me. But anyway, the fact that the Chows claimed that the banger was pointed at them enhanced their defense case. Now, if I could, I would like to revert back to the footage that was captured inside the store, because when Cyrus first enters the store, you can see that woman on him like white on rice. And when I initially saw this, it reminded me of this.
You ain't gotta be creeping. I don't know why you trying to act like you cleaning up. Hey, look, stop following me around this motherfucker.
You hurry up and buy.
Now, another theory that I want to present to you all that's out there, I'm pretty sure that some of you have already heard it. A lot of people are saying that they don't feel that Chow actually did this. They're saying that the son did this and that Chow actually just took the blame for him. But I will say, in other videos that have surfaced that shows Mr. Chow and his business, he's always seemed to be the one that had the pew-pew on his side. But no matter how you slice it or dice it, the verdict came down to this on June 1st.
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Chi Rick Chow, as to the charge of not guilty. Fine number 302, foreperson, June the 1st, 2026. Madam Forelady, what is your verdict and the verdict of the entire jury?
Now, let me just say this, y'all. So North Carolina and South Carolina are both filled with a lot of people that are RACIST, okay? But South Carolina is a different beast. It's along the lines of Alabama and Mississippi. I mean, when you go down there, it's a different feel. Like both NC and SC has that same vibe, but it's to another level when you get to South Carolina. But anyway, this non-guilty verdict has sparked a lot of protests within the city of Columbia, South Carolina. And that's to be expected, because no way in the world that Cyrus deserved to be pew-pewed and taken out of here over a bottle of water that he ultimately didn't steal. Why are you chasing that man? If there's an issue, if there's a problem, why didn't you call the police at first to handle the situation? Why did you take matters into your own hand? And honestly, when I look at Rick Chow, it's just something about him that makes me feel that he's been itching for this opportunity. Like he's been wanting to do this for a long time. You know, it's just something evil about him that I just can't describe. And when you take into account the video footage that has surfaced in regards to him handling situations, dealing with black people within his store, like this video right here, he's putting paws on girls, he's in a tussle with them. Listen, I don't know what transpired that led to this, but at the end of the day, you have the police as an option to call to try and get things back in order, to rectify the situation, and yet and still, he's taken the situation in his own hands. And if you pay close attention, you can see in this instance right here that he has a GUN on his hip. Now, I know that he's in a neighborhood that is probably not the safest, right? But at the end of the day, that is why you have law enforcement at your disposal, right? If you're scared, say you're scared. Let them take care of the situation. I just personally believe that this man had a wicked and vile, sick and twisted fantasy to put one of us down, and maybe more than one of us, right? Because this isn't the first instance, right? There have been 2 to 3 other pew-pewings that he's been involved in. In fact, there was an incident that took place back in 2015 where Chow accused a woman of stealing 2 cases of Bud Light and some peanuts. And then he claims that she threatened to pew-pew him. So he pulled out his pew-pew and fired about 6 slugs at the passenger window, but no one was injured. And then back in 2018, he actually pew-pewed a man in the leg after this particular dude who was stealing hid a $6.49 can of oven cleaner in his clothes. Now, Chow said that he followed him to confront him, and he also claims that after confronting him, the man put paws on him. So that led to him discharging his banger twice, and he ended up hitting the man in the leg. But in this situation here, Cyrus didn't even attack them whatsoever. He was actually fleeing the scene. He fled, right? Running away from them, and they still put a slug in his back and deleted that man, and then claimed that he pulled the banger out on them. And there's no justifiable evidence to support that claim. And guess what? There's no justifiable evidence to support the other claims that he made when he shot the other two individuals. Now, let's take a listen to a little bit of what Cyrus's parents had to say about this situation.
Nobody can tell me that this is not racially motivated, because I'm not supposed to be on social media anyway. But when I go and I look at my social media, I have racist people coming to my page, going under my son's pictures, leaving the most horrific things, saying that they're glad he's good riddance, and I am tired. I don't want this to happen to any other child. No black or brown child should have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. This has to stop today. And I just learned today that South Carolina, if it's a charge, that they cannot bring in any of your prior acts. Rick Chow shot 2 people before. Rick Chow accosted a child in that store and beat with a gun to him. And none of that information could be brought to light. And I do not think that is fair, and if that is on the law books, that needs to be changed. Because if that was not there, then my son would have gotten justice. And to allow this person to terrorize this neighborhood for 12, 13 years is ridiculous. And it's just showing that it's okay to treat black and brown people wrong, and it's not. My son loves everybody. He would tell me like, oh mom, you're being judgmental. You shouldn't do that. That's against God. And the devil him dead, and he laid right there. Disgusting, and I don't even know why. I have no words. But every day I will not be able to speak to my son, hear his voice change, see him grow, go to prom. He will never get married. I would never hold my grandchildren, nothing. But Chow is able to go home with his lion son, Andy Chow, and they're able to have dinner with the wife, Alice, who all 3 of them came out that store, and they chased my baby. And I think the entire family should be held accountable because it was racially profiled. And I do not think that it is right, and they all should be punished. And I don't know what laws that we need to create to help our people, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. Cyrus should not be gone. None of our children should be gone from the acts of racism, from profiling, from any of that. He should be here.
I cannot believe that the people in Columbia, South Carolina allowed this fool to run rampant within their neighborhood and disrespect the people within that neighborhood for 12 to 13 years, and he never saw any type of repercussions for his actions. That is just wild to me. But anyway, there's a lawyer by the name of Sean Kent who is black, and he's catching a lot of heat right now for he was one of the lawyers that defended Rick Chow. I want you to check out what he had to say, just a little bit of why he decided to defend this clown.
So I just got done defending a pretty high-profile case that I think most of the world knows about. And a lot of folks have been asking a lot of questions, and usually I don't talk about the cases, but in this situation, given the negative attention and the vitriol and the threats and the why did you take this case, I don't judge. God judges. If you pick and choose who are you going to judge in your cases, it makes you ineffective of what you're doing. And so people say, why this case? Well, why not any of those ones with the outrage that has come forth? As criminal defense attorneys, we represent the Constitution, we represent individuals. And so when people say comments to me, and I've heard a lot of them like, you didn't have to take this one. Well, I don't have to pay my mortgage either, but if you don't, they end up taking that from you.
Wow, okay.
All right, so his response was about 7 minutes long, and I only played you a few minutes of it because that's all I needed to hear. He said that he had to pay his mortgage. That's all I needed to know about him. He's all for self. You know what I'm saying? He's something else, but I'm gonna refrain from calling him that on today's show, but we all know what he is. And honestly, he went on this soliloquy going through the woods talking about other cases that he took on before, and he doesn't understand why people have a problem with this one but didn't have a problem with the other ones that he's took on before. It's quite evident and clear, you dummy. The kid was 14 years old. He lost his life over a bottle of water. He was hunted down like an animal and had a slug put through his back that pierced his heart. And so it's pretty obvious why people have a gripe and a disdain for you right now. But anyway, as a result of this non-guilty verdict for Chow, a lot of people within our community are saying that they're canceling all Asian businesses. They're not going to get their nails done. They're not eating Chinese food and things of this nature. And a post from an Asian man has went viral because he went off on the community. I want you guys to check out what he had to say. Now, he's deleted his TikTok account because people were just flooding his comments, but this is what he said about the potential cancellation of dealing with Asians and supporting their businesses.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are in our neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it.
Now, do you see how disrespectful they can be? Now, not all of them feel this way, but I guarantee you about 80 to 85% of them all feel this way. But yet and still, some of y'all are gonna go and still patronize their business. In fact, some of y'all have manicures and pedicures and nail appointments scheduled for today and over the weekend. And some of y'all will come up with the excuse, well, this will be my last time. I'm gonna go ahead and get it done, but this is gonna be my last time. When in all actuality, you should be like, no, I'm not even going to this appointment. Now, as a grown man, I can't tell grown people what to do with your hard-earned money. I'm not trying to do that. But I'm telling you right now, it's time to get serious. It's been time. But most of y'all, not all of y'all, are just looking to be entertained. And I get the dynamic of like, oh, I just need a break from politics. I want to come to YouTube. I want to go to TikTok and watch my favorite creators. I want to see the mess. I want to hear about the mess, the drama, the celebrity stuff, and things of that nature. This is not the time because other communities are running amok on us. They're leaving us in the dust. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything I discussed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll check you guys out later. Have a great day.